Hi guys, welcome to this video where I'll be unboxing this 790 Gaming Plus Wi-Fi motherboard from MSI, adding the NVMe on the left there, and then adding the Vengeance RAM, which has got RGB lights, and the GeForce RTX 460 and the Intel i7, all going into this GUNGNIR case, if that's how you say it, from MSI. It's got these nice little controls on top and comes with a dust cover for the fans. Brilliant. So we've got an MSI 790 Gaming Plus with Wi-Fi. This is a 14th generation version. So we've got the board. It comes with a Wi-Fi antenna, 2 SATA cables, a couple of spare clips for the M2s, DVD driver and the rest. Inside we've got the board, and it comes with like a Wi-Fi aerial. I was expecting other cables. So underneath we've got 2 SATA cables, a couple of screws, some labels for the connectors and that, and other places. Oh look, cool little stickers there. Quick installation guide. You can scan a QR code and then you get probably the same sort of manual with various CPU installation diagrams. And then we get a CD-ROM, with all sort of drivers on it and what have you. So there you go, let's have a look at the board. And there's the board. Got flash BIOS, display adapter port, HDMI, various USBs including USB 3, USB 3 Gen 2, which I think is on the Type C. It would have been nice to see 2 Type Cs on this board, but this particular board hasn't got it. We've got aerials for Wi-Fi. We've also got all the sound connections in and out. What we have is there's a CPU, goes into there. This socket here supports Intel Core 14th Gen, 13 and 12 chips. It supports DDR5 memory up to 7200 megahertz overclocking speed. And then we have the Lightning Gen for NVMe SSD, PCI 4, another PCI 4. It has space for 2 more and another slot there for another SSD. So we have 1, 2, 3 M2 thermal solution SSD NVMe slots. So there's one goes in there, another one can go in there, and 2 space for 2 there. Here we have lightning fast PCIe 5, so that's where the graphics cards will be going in. If you need to know any particular connections, you can just leave comments in here below. Here we have a heavy plated VRM heatsink, which covers the top of the MOS chip and helps dissipate the heat. This is an extended heatsink, enlarges the surface of the heat dissipation, helps maintain performance at heavy loads. This here is the chipset heatsink, help reduce noise, dust, capable of keeping a high efficiency. Plastic thing off. Now Intel chips, they go in to that corner. Samsung 980 Pro PCIe 4 NVMe M2 SSD. This is a 1TB size, and it also comes with a heatsink. The speed of this is 7,000. It's pretty fast, one of the fastest out there at this reasonable prices. I've actually got one that hasn't got the heatsink, and it does really well. There we go, it's only a small thing. Get some paperwork about a solid drive. It's a warranty in that, no doubt. And then there's the thing itself. Now I usually put the one closest to the processor, should optimal performance. As you can see, it's got a sticky bit which will sit onto the memory and heatsink out on this one. This is actually the same price with or without the heatsink. So there's a little twisting here, you push it round and you can then see it go over to the memory card, and then you can screw that down. Okay, so we're unboxing now. Corsair DDR5 Vengeance with RGB lighting, and this one is 6,400 megahertz, so it's pretty fast. So you can see the two of us, two separate ones here. They come in pairs. There you go. Okay, so installing memory. Got these little clips on the side. You can open them up, and then when you push in the memory, it will then click up as it pushes down. I have installed the memory into the second slot because there is a special way to put these in. You need to put it in A1, B1. And then you can do A2 and B2. Now we've got the power supply, 850 watts, Gigabyte gold. So there's 12 volt and full modular with a smart fan. I like the smart fan bit. This is, I've got a couple of bits from Gigabyte. This and the graphics card. Got a power lead. Great. And then we've got some screws, loads of cables, a whole bunch of them, and all the modular connections there, and then the main power which is on the outside of the case. We've got the case on the back side. We've got a solid panel. Take that off. This is where you can slide in your power supply. So we got the driving, the CPU, the memory, the graphics card. Well, that's going to go in there, but that's, I'll put that in once it's into the machine. That goes to the back. That's in. And we screw it up. GeForce 4060 with DLS3, ray tracing, reflex and studio. This is the overclock edition for gaming. So we've got a little WindForce icon in there too. WindForce overclocking. I didn't actually see that myself. Did it have WindForce? I was looking at WindForces, but a couple of reviews weren't that brilliant. So when I saw the gaming, I thought that's got to be done. Now this might have, how many fans we got on here? We have 3 fans. I'm just hoping it's not too long for my machine. Quick guide. And here's the card. Gigabyte GeForce RTX. The heatsink. More view of the heatsink. HDMI connections there. Display. HDMI, another display. So quite a few there. And there's the 3 blades. They've got a little cutout there, or a little point, which is supposed to help enhance the cooling in the air. Got a little cover on here, but behind that is your PCI. You can't see the processors. It's a little bit hidden. We got copper heat sinking in there. Can you take this off? Yeah, there's a screw there. I think I have to take this off first by the look of it. So the fans, they actually spin in different directions here by the look of it. The WindForce cooling system features 3 unique blade fans. The WindForce cooling system features 3 unique blade fans. Alternate spinning composite copper heat pipes that directly touch the GPU 3D active fans and screen cooling, which provide high efficiency heat dissipation. The extended heatsink allows air to pass through for better heat dissipation. Now it looks like you might be able to get colour on these. I'll have to check out that later. More cutting edge GPUs, realistic and immersive graphics, AI accelerated performance, NVIDIA DLSS 3. So that's pretty good specs there. AI enhanced voice and video broadcast. So there's a lot going on there. 450 watt system power supply required. Now my CPU takes 250. That's 5, 6, 7. I've got an 850, so I think I've just about got a bit spare. Here's the card, and we're going to put it inside the case. Now this is a PCI 5 slot. The card, this is only 4, but this is where it goes. Firstly, we need to take out these. You need to take out 2, because the graphics card needs 2. The graphic card needs 2 slots, and then it lines up, and you push it in, and you hear a little click when this little pin comes in there and locks it in place. Once that's in place, you need to then connect the power. This particular card has 1 connector. There we go. Okay, I've got the MSI Mag CoreLiquid M240 liquid cooling CPU for Intel and AMD. A shout out leaflet again. 1 fan. With cables. The amount of fans I've got in this computer. I've never had a computer with so many fans. It's got 4 fans in the case. This is the brackets, fixing brackets, and this is the fan housing with the mesh or grill, the grill there, and the fans blow up, and this part goes on the CPU, and that's everything in that box. For the Intel, you're going to need this one that goes on this side, and then this goes on the other side. It's got a couple of sticky bits here. Right, we stick that in place, and then we're going to turn over the case and screw in the screws.